This is Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered, starring Lara Croft. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here? It's a 4K resolution at 60 FPS, and these timeless visuals look great. But at any point, you can switch from the start button between the classic and the new upgraded version. It's quite a glow up. I mean, this is an amazing upgrade. For a second there, you probably thought we were going to be stuck with those old version and visuals, eh? Nah. Huge, huge improvement between these upgraded modern visuals and the visuals of the past. At any point, you can press in the right and the left stick in order to go into a photo mode. You can change things such as the field of view, and you can change the outfits, some of which you might be familiar with, and some you might be viewing for the first time. Pretty cool, right? And of course, you can hide the UI there if you want to get a intense look at Lara. And don't forget to switch the visuals at any point to see those classic ones. And honestly, you know what? I think the original visuals still hold up pretty well today, all things considered. They're actually pretty timeless. But yeah, now the improvement that streamlines the character, I think looks absolutely fantastic. So another thing here is you press the back button in order to get your inventory and also your menu stuff, where you can go to game and you can choose to do the DLC, or, well, I guess the expansion pack at the time. So Tomb Raider 1 has Tomb Raider plus Unfinished Business, Tomb Raider 2 is plus the Golden Mask, and 3 is plus the Lost Artifact. So you can enjoy these extra full elements and expansions to the game at any point if you so choose to do. So, yeah. And I love doing this a little bit because I think it's kind of funny seeing her down there being like, oh, it's like, it's a little comical. So cool. Let's dive in and show off the main menu. So at any point, let's go to the exit title, you go to the main menu. And what's so cool about the main menu is it has the original version and the remastered versions of the title art, which is kind of really, really cool. Like, that's, you know, kind of awesome. Like, I just discovered that and trying to do a first take of this review, and I was like, oh, that is so cool. Yeah, so, like, you have your tutorial area, which is, like, Lara's home, and you can change settings, and we're going to talk about the controllers in a sec, but let's dive in and start a fresh game for the first Tomb Raider. And we'll be showing off each of the Tomb Raider games, so you kind of skip if you want to see 1, 2, 3 specifically. Totally up to you. They've got the original FMVs. Now, there are some things that are going to be patched up a little bit before the launch, so in case you are wondering if there's any like minor little bug things here or there, that is part of the review experience, as usual. So let's dive in, and we've got the character here, Lara Croft, ready to go and ready to adventure. So this game does by default, well, I guess any of the games by default have the traditional tank controls on. So I would recommend turning to the modern controls. You can also change any of the kind of control buttons and stuff. You can change your walking actions, your dead zones, sensitivity, totally up to you. But yeah, the tank controls, just not for me. But if you want to have that original retro kind of feel, go for it. Totally up to you. But yeah, you get the original version, the original vision, you get this new enhanced upgrade, and you get all three of these absolutely classic Lara Croft games to enjoy at your leisure. They have a bazillion achievements to them, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, it's just kind of like amazing because it is such a glow up in the sense of capturing, you know, this more what we think of Lara Croft today. Like, obviously, this is the original vision and stuff, but, you know, this is kind of, at least in my mind, how I sort of view the standardized Tomb Raider, right? The title, titular character there. And it's just kind of really, really cool that we get this sort of improvement. Oh no, the bats are here! The only good bat is a dead bat. So yeah, it's really, really awesome because I do think it is such a beautiful touch-up. these games, they're absolutely iconic. They're classic games. We've seen them available in so many interesting ways over the years, but it's been like a long time since we've had like a proper sort of version and like upgrade and enhancement for the legacy of this series. So it is kind of amazing. And again, just being able to switch between those original versions and the new one at any point, I think is the coolest thing in the world. I think this is like the right way to do remasters so that you can clearly see the bump up in tech. And I think it's so weirdly faithful to that original version and just strangely like ready for today. It's so interesting. I am kind of blown away by it. I really love what they were doing here. Yes, I know I'm supposed to interact with that. Let's see. There's also like a cool thing where you can click in the right stick and it kind of does like a locked kind of camera angle. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It is kind of weird though that the start button is the thing that changes between the visuals. Usually it's the back button. It's like they've almost got it like inverted, but yeah, you get this option where you can kind of, I guess you would say, oh no, we don't want to do that. Switch between like the new and the old, and then the interactions. Why am I not interacting with this? Sorry. What is going on here? Lara Croft. Please interact with this. There we go. Sorry. My bad. Really awkward. Get out of here, bats. But yeah, it's super cool. Obviously, classic Tomb Raider action. I think it's just like a really great little package here. And I think at that point we do need to switch up and show off the second game in the series, because I'm trying to show off all three, and you know time is tight, but I wanted to give a good look at each of them. This is Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft again, obviously. And you can switch the FMV between super jaggedy old version and the touched up new one, which is quite an improvement. It's amazing what we can do with like upscaling stuff, and that they wanted to keep this original version intact. And you know what's even more amazing? You can literally play the whole game as it originally was, but looking cleaner and crisper, or you can just have this great upgraded version too, which is kind of amazing. They genuinely nailed this conversion. But you know what is really annoying still? Trying to platform in this old game. Yeah, the platforming is I don't know what the fairest word is to say, but it's slightly really annoying. Super genuinely annoying. But let's see how it works. Oh, there's our tiger pal. Okay. Like, sometimes she doesn't even jump when you press the button. Nope. Hey, let's kill this creature here. This majestic tiger. Do you think it was endangered at this time, or... Eh, we're a Tomb Raider. It's not the biggest deal in the world. We've done worse things. Okay. Okay. Let's hope this works well. There's usually... Well, sometimes there's like two tigers. I don't know where the other tiger is. Okay, maybe if I just run at it, and it's just gonna work. Oh, yeah, she didn't overshoot it this time. Good. Oh, Lara Croft, you're killing me. I'll be honest, you have no idea how many times I've gone through this trying to make this look smooth for a video. You've got no idea how little this works. Okay, there we go. Because she, like, sometimes, like I said, she just does not jump. She doesn't want to jump. The platforming in this is emotionally traumatizing. Oh, Laura, no. And it's like you can climb up in the middle there, and then she slides off. It's this whole thing. But yeah, it's a classic Tomb Raider adventure. You can definitely see with her assets and stuff why these games have such a love and, you know, design to them, and it's so great that they've improved this to such a degree, and it's just exactly how it was back in the day. Occasionally she jumps across it. Lara, the jiggle physics are great, but I just want to jump across. Okay, not like that. Oh, you're killing me. Well, I'm glad this is the part that I'm having issues with, and not the lower area, because trying to jump across that rock thing was yes. Okay. Now there is a collectible over there, but I'm not gonna get it because I can't emotionally handle that. I want to show more of this off. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if other people remember it being like this, but yeah, it's quite something. So there are lots of achievements. I think I kind of maybe went over that, but you can achieve a lot in this game, gamer score wise. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You could save at any point too. Yes. Oh. So you could make this easier on yourself by saving, if that's something you'd like to do at any point, which I highly recommend. Oh. You don't know how relieved I... You have no idea how many takes that took to try to make that look like I kind of knew what I was doing to a degree. It's a little... Is it stressful playing the platforming part of this game? Yeah, it definitely is. So, classic games, Tomb Raider 2. Very, very good. So great. You know, it's a fun experience that challenges you in so many interesting ways. And again, just the change up here from water to texture rocks, like, it is kind of amazing how improved this actually is. So much easier if I could just blast down the store. Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't that be so much easier? But you know, it's about the adventure. It's about fighting these controls that they maybe could have spent some time improving to a degree. Would have been really quite nice. I mean, that would have been a great quality of life improvement. At least we have modern controls. I guess I'll put it that way. At least the controls are modern. I guess people probably want to enjoy that original Tomb Raider action in every single way like they did back in the day. So I guess that's great for those that had so much fun playing this and get to see their cherished Tomb Raider 2. Instead of hopping around in that room forever, maybe we should go and take a look at the Golden Mask a little bit, in case you were curious about how the expansion to this one kind of looked, as you sit up here and enjoy the magical lights up in this frigid temperature. I think she'd actually kind of be like freezing almost to death at this point, which is kind of interesting. What is that? A clue? And oh, there's a shark. That's terrifying. Let's switch over to Tomb Raider 3. This is Tomb Raider 3, once again starring Lara Croft, where you could switch between the FMVs at any point. What an improvement. There's a giant meteorite thing. Let's get out there and start tomb raiding. So this one has even more improvements and changes, while also still being on par with that original version, so we should have maybe a little bit easier of a platforming time, I would argue. So that's kind of exciting. Alright, let's go. Whoop! Yeah, much more cinematic, eh? Much more cinematic. Okay. Huh. Yeah, they really actually kept to that original style, didn't they? Ow, my knees. And once again, the adventure of going out there as Lara Croft to these more fantastical places, seeing crazier things, and just going on a wild adventure. What an improvement. Seriously, this is such a nice touch-up for these original games. This whole package, I'm just kind of blown away by. It is such a nice, kind of like I guess to a degree, a historical kind of thing in the context of like older games being touched up and improved, and then also just like a great excuse to sit here and play some absolutely classic Tomb Raider games and have some fun with it. Okay, well, I should have saw that coming, considering the design of this one. Holy, yeah, this is gonna be quite an adventure. Whoa. But it's just like, to me, it is so faithful, and then, like, the lighting and everything like that. Very, very well done. That actually kind of just, like, your mind really has to adjust to just the changes going on in this. It's kind of amazing, but the camera angle, it always fights me. The camera angle drives me absolutely crazy in these Tomb Raider games. Like, the movement and everything like that, it's definitely something of its time. And what is this? A hidden secret. Just kidding. It's just something we can grab. Yeah, take your time with that, Lara. We're not in a rush at all. That's for sure. But you know, you've got all the movements and improvements and stuff like that. Just like with the first two games here, it's just kind of done in the vein of the third release. Hmm. What a crazy visual thing, right? It's I just love it because they've clearly, you know, touched it up, but it's still like I mention it like some other games that I've played like this that they've remastered and touch up where it's sort of like literally if they had made this underneath it all today in this vision and the style that this is like, you know, what it would look like now, and I think it does kind of touch upon that really nicely. Are we gonna die in the mud? Lara Croft, no. I think she's gonna drown. I think there is a little bit more movement to the original, although that again could just be like a bit of a bug thing with this. Yeah, there's not as much movement to that one. Ugh. Yeah, I guess maybe we shouldn't have drowned in the kind of the mud. That's for sure. But I love this opening because you get to see some creatures kind of moving by too. It's really quite neat. Whew. Although I don't know what we're shooting at. Hopefully not landing on the spikes. It's actually a very cinematic kind of opening, if you think about it. Hmm. There's just like so much jungle density too. Lara Croft going everywhere and killing all the wildlife she can. It was a different time. It was a different, simpler era. Yeah, this is it's just such a wonderful little adventure to have. I'm so blown away. A, and just like revisiting a classic in this way, but also B, just kind of being able to have some fun with it too, which is kind of cool. All the secrets, all the action. It's such a nice compilation pack. It really genuinely is. Okay, we're definitely we're gonna go this way. We're going the wrong way. Before we run out of oxygen. She's a very, very strong, good swimmer. That is for sure. Huh. Because it's like it's so simple, but at the time it would have been like, oh, you know, they've done some new changes, they've bumped some things up, they've improved stuff. Crazy new Lara Croft adventure. Going out and having fun playing this kind of thing. I just ran right back in here. Which is why we should also switch over and showcase the expansion part of this too, which is the Lost Artifact, because I want to show it off, all of it off to you. But I think overall, you know, you get three really, really great classic Tomb Raider games. Play them exactly like how they were, or upgrade them or switch between at any point. You get some modernized controls, you get a ton of things to find, secrets to discover, tombs to raid, adventures to be had, and you get to enjoy that at your own leisure with some upgraded things, saving stuff that can help a lot in dealing with situations, and yeah, it's just kind of a really pleasant, nicely upgraded package that I think you can have a lot of fun exploring and diving into. Yeah, this is a really, really cool compilation.